What is up, guys? I changed my name to Arkham Reviews, so I'm just gonna do anime discussions or reviews while I'm playing Arkham Knight, speed running it. So, what I decided to do is just kind of go through the big shonen, like, you know, the original Naruto original series. I'm gonna start with that, and then I'm gonna do like split Naruto into two parts. You know, obviously do the original series in this video, and then do Shippuden in the next one later. Because I realized that because I'm trying to make these videos at least like 30 minutes, maybe 30 to 25 minutes. Because if I try to do original series in Shippuden, it's definitely going to be like an hour-long video. So, oh yeah, I gotta equip the anime skin. Because apparently there's an anime skin. I don't know why there's an anime skin, but it looks kind of whack. It's got that big old forehead. But I'll just kind of go through the arcs. I should probably pull them up because I don't know the names, like the official names of the arcs, I guess. But I'll just kind of go through them for the original series of Naruto. I guess we'll just start at the beginning for Naruto, and then I'll kind of, you know, when I'm done, I'll give it like a 10 out, or give it like a out of a 10, like a 1 out of 10 type beat. So let's see what we got. So the beginning of Naruto starts off with, I mean, obviously watch out for spoilers if you haven't seen original series or anything of Naruto. I'm not a manga reader, so you know it's definitely gonna be like you're ahead of me when it comes to Boruto. But you know, if you plan to watch Naruto, click off this video. I mean, obviously not very many people are gonna watch my videos, but just in case you accidentally click on this video, you're like, sheesh. But alright, see, Naruto original series starts off with, like, you know, Naruto's a kid. He's like painting the Hokage faces, because you know Naruto got done dirty. His parents are dead, and freaking everyone thinks he's a monster, dog.
This is how the Batman died.
Yeah, here I gotta turn it down real quick. Because I think I increased my mic volume, but I gotta turn down the overall volume real quick. Yep, because it's all the way. Yeah, you probably couldn't hear me from the beginning. That's my bad. Alright, so, you know, so Hokage faces, and then, you know, Naruto's, you know, all the adults in the Leaf Village are like, yeah, you freaking delinquent, or whatever they call him. I don't know. You know, Naruto, he's trying to get attention. Like, that's just the way it should go. I mean, anyone would do that if they were just completely being ignored. Like, no one could talk to them. It'd be rough. But see, oh yeah, and then the first episode obviously has the scroll, and you know, Iruka Sensei saving him from that one Jonin. I forgot the dude's name, but he has like the white hair. You'll see him later on, I think, in original series. Iruka Sensei will battle him. But that was the first episode. It was, you know, it was kind of like it was good. It was a good first episode, but it wasn't like the best first opener I've seen. Now I wasn't really that hyped to watch it. Like, I was kind of like, because you know you can't just like start off like a big climax battle in the beginning, just like, oh, Naruto versus, you know, freaking Orochimaru in the first episode. That'd be pretty dope. But that was pretty good first episode. And then after, oh no, definitely the I forgot what it's called. There's like the arc with Zabuza. That was definitely a good arc. That arc was, you know, one of my favorites in the series, because, you know, obviously it's like the first official arc in the series, and it like hits you in the feels, like, you know, when Zabuza, you know, I think he's like about to die, because he he's basically getting bodied, and he's trying to protect what's her face, or what's his face, the freaking Haku or whatever, because it's technically a dude, it's a trap. Sheesh. And you know, I remember like he grabbed like a kunai knife in his mouth, and he was just running through the crowd, just bodying everybody, and that was pretty dope. And then Kakashi was like, you know, dude, yo, and then he shed some tears too. You're like, damn, really getting the feels. And Naruto was like crying. He's like, was it like he gave his life for you, and you just sit there and, you know, freaking, yeah, he's pulling the Takano Jutsu on him pretty much. And you're like, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's one of the classic, like, you know, the main character tells the villain, don't be bad, you know, be good. And then the dude's like, oh yeah, and then Zabuza, that one quote from Zabuza, like, your words cut deeper than any blade or something like that. Woo. Yeah, that was probably a pretty good arc right there. And they had like, oh, and they also kind of introduced the idea of, I forgot, I don't know why I can't remember the name, the specialized like genetic kind of like your bloodline jutsu. What's it called? The man, I need to, because I watched the original series a while ago, so I can't remember all the names for stuff. Let me see if I can pull out some. Let's see if I still got it. Oh, Kekkei Genkai. I just remembered it. Holy crap. That took me forever to remember. Alright, yep. I'm just gonna have this here just in case I forget any names. Yeah, so like they introduced the idea of like Kekkei Genkai and stuff. And they had like, what was it, Haku had the ice mirror thingies, and that was you combine like wind and water or something like that. That was pretty cool. And it was also overpowered as hell, because apparently he could move at like the speed of light in the mirrors, and then Sasuke was just getting messed up with those needles. I remember that. And then like Naruto was getting messed up with the needles because they were stuck in the mirrors while Zabuza and Kakashi were going at it. I remember that was pretty dope. And then Sasuke gets bodied, and then Naruto, you know, and then the Nine Tails starts leaking chakra, so then, you know, Naruto gets like the extra strength, and Haku's like, what the frick is going on? She's like, the chakra feels like evil incarnate. I'm like, ooh, something's about to go down, you better get clapped. And then obviously Haku's like, just kill me, and Naruto's like, no, I ain't that type of character. Man, this forehead, bro, look at this man, his forehead, bro. Yeah, the suit's probably gonna switch out after I get the actual, after I get the titanium tri-weave suit. It's definitely gonna switch out. Oh yeah, I tried to record a video 2 minutes ago, and I wasn't recording, so I'm kind of mad about that. But you know, but you know, that video wasn't great because I was just kind of all over the place. And I was trying to talk about the original series and Shippuden at the same time, and the video was like an hour long. So I'll go to a certain part in the game, and I'll probably stop there and then talk about Shippuden. But I gotta get rolling on the original series here. Dang, Benny. Yeah, so that was, and then I think they finished out. I think Kakashi was gonna finish Zabuza with the Chidori, or he calls it Lightning Blade. I don't know why there's two different names for that. Because you know, like the Sasuke calls it Chidori, but you know, Kakashi calls it Lightning Blade because technically he cut like a lightning bolt with it or something. But I kind of feel like, what is it, like the Uchiha clan has, you know, they always have at least the fire nature, because they're famous for like their fireball jutsu or whatever like that. But because it's pretty overpowered, that I remember when I heard about like Sasuke had fire and lightning nature, I was like, dude, he could do the Chidori and the freaking, like, like Sasuke was definitely like leagues ahead of Naruto in the first series, because all Naruto the shadow clone jutsu, even though he could make a you know, you saw in the first episode like 100 clones or something. But when I think that was only when, because the Nine Tails was leaking chakra, so that's probably why you could make so many clones. But the what's another good arc in the original series I could kind of pull apart? It's what was after the bridge arc or whatever it's called. I just call it the bridge arc, because you know they're on that bridge for like 5 episodes, just going at it, and then it's just pfft. I mean, obviously it was a good arc, but you know, they could have at least, like, they kind of drug it out a little bit. But you know, I was alright with it. I guess I'll just rate each arc as I go through them. Like, I would definitely say that that arc was like a 9 out of 10. Like, not like a perfect, you know, because like I said, they kind of like drug it out a little bit. Alright, what's after that? So it's kind of more of like, I guess, Orochimaru type beat. Was it? Or because it's the tuning exams after that, I feel like. That's what it was. No, wasn't it? Because Zabuza was right after the Genin. Because they did like a little tiny training in between there. They had like they had Kakashi and the Bell training and stuff like that. And, you know, Naruto gets his absolutely clapped, too overpowered. Sasuke puts in a little bit of work, but, you know, they're not using teamwork, so they lose. Man, anime forehead, bro. Look at that. Yeah, so that was kind of like, I mean, I guess it wasn't really an arc. It was pretty short. The little training they did in between there.
This is the place. I should check the penthouse on the top floor.
Yeah, that. I guess I won't really go through every single arc, because I don't think I can go through all of them. I'll just kind of go through the big ones. Like there was a whole arc with what's his face, Orochimaru. Well, the tuning exam arc with when Orochimaru does his big raid on the Leaf Village with the big old snake summons. I remember just seeing those and like, dude, how overpowered is Orochimaru? Because, you know, I didn't really the third Hokage. I didn't really like him as much. You know, compared to the other Kage, I just kind of felt like he wasn't really anything to be impressed over. Because, I mean, obviously he has like every chakra type nature or whatever, but it just compared to like the first Hokage, like Hashirama, Tobirama, and, you know, Naruto's dad, Minato, it's just kind of like, because Minato, he came out with the Sharingan, or not the Sharingan, he came up with the Rasengan, and also he had like the teleportation jutsu. Like he used that pretty well with the seals, or like the weird teleportation seals, and he like figured out how to use those pretty creatively. Because Naruto's dad comes in clutch in the war arc and Shippuden. But yeah, the tuning exams, I'd have to say like that arc was definitely like a 10 out of 10. That was a good arc. Like that arc and the Sasuke arc are definitely like the 10 out of 10s in the original series, because in the tuning exams we have like Naruto battling Gaara, we have Orochimaru battling the third Hokage. That was a pretty dope fight, because you could kind of get to see what the third Hokage could do with his summon. Like you get to see his summon, the weird like gorilla staff dude, and then you get to see the Reaper Death Seal for the first time. Yeah, that's some pretty dope stuff. Yeah, like, and then you get to see what else you see there? I think there's, oh yeah, you get to, because Orochimaru pulls out the reanimation jutsu, and well, I mean, obviously it's not perfected yet, but he resurrects, or he reanimates the first and second Hokage, and the third Hokage's got to like solo both of them, because I remember, I feel like the Hashirama's clan, the Senju clan, had they specifically had the wood jutsu, and the wood jutsu is overpowered as frick. And Tobirama, I think, he kind of used water. He kind of used the water nature more. That was pretty cool too. Like, you got to see, like, it was a really big scale. Like, it was kind of like the first, like, kind of really big climax for Naruto original series. And the animation was pretty great. Like, I liked the animation. The animation wasn't rushed. Like, certain fights in Naruto are rushed. Like, I'll probably talk about that later. But some of you, you know, if you've seen all of Naruto, know what I mean. Like, sometimes the animation is rushed. But like, and then what else? We had the tuning exams. Well, because obviously we had like the whole, like, the tuning exams from start to finish. Like, Orochimaru, like, placed the curse mark on Sasuke. Naruto did the whole Nine Tails thing again. That was pretty cool. Like, just to see him just pull out the Nine Tails strength and just hold back that giant snake. I was kind of not paying attention for parts of the tuning exams. Like, when they're running through the forest, like after Orochimaru showed up, I was kind of like, I'm just gonna play some Subway Surfers, right? But after that, like, when they get to the 1v1s, okay, the battle between, or the 1v1 against Sakura and, like, Ino, I was like, really? Come on, dude. Come, really? Like, Ino and Sakura, like, who gives a crap? Like Sakura, I'm like, ooh, what's that gonna do? Oh, did you just gain a jutsu from cutting your hair? Sheesh. Like, you know, it's kind of redonkulous. I mean, I'd have to say the mind transfer jutsu, like, there's plenty of good ways to implement that. But, you know, we want to see the hype battles. We want to see Rock Lee versus Gaara. Naruto versus Kiba, that was pretty good too, but, you know, obviously not good as freaking Rock Lee versus Gaara, because, you know, Rock Lee did the whole flex where he drops the weights. And, you know, Tamari's like, oh, they're just, you know, some training weights. What could that do? And just, he literally gains, like, super speed because he doesn't have those weights on his ankles anymore. And the weights just, like, drop, and it's just, like, 2 explosions. That was pretty dope to see, like. And then Gaara's like, really, dude? And then Gaara's, like, defense is being broken for the first time because Rock Lee's so fast. I think Sasuke had, like, a pretty cool fight with the, one of the Sound Ninja, too. That was pretty dope. The, oh, and there's a pretty funny part with, Kiba and, the fight between the 1v1 Kiba and Naruto, where Naruto just farted in his, just ripped ass in his face. And, dude, so Kiba, you know, because Kiba's got the strong sense of smell, so that just absolutely killed him. And he was pretty much out. He's like, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Like, imagine winning because you ripped ass in the dude's face. Like, that's kind of funny. Dude, and then Hinata had her 1v1 against Neji, and Neji's just fricking her up. Just, that's when we get to see the Byakugan kind of in full effect there, and then we get to see the what's this? The Gentle Fist, like the best taijutsu, whatever, because you like basically cut off their chakra points, so that, like, if you hit like a certain amount, then you'll cut off their chakra flow, so they can't use chakra. I mean, they didn't really show that being used. Kind of like, they didn't really show, like, an enemy being, like, completely, like, immobilized from like not being able to use chakra later in the series, even though they explained that, which I kind of wanted to see that, but, you know, I'm not really complaining. But yeah, definitely that was pretty cool. But after the tuning exams would definitely be, you know, some training arcs, like Naruto kind of going along with Jiraiya, doing that whole thing. Because when the third Hokage dies, I totally forgot to talk about that. Because the third Hokage put in work, but Orochimaru, I guess, was just too overpowered. And then, you know, he's using the Reaper Death Seal, so he takes Orochimaru's arms with him to the grave. Then obviously he gets sealed away. So he dies, and then they're trying to find a new Hokage to basically take over. They're trying to find the 5th Hokage, so they're looking for Tsunade. And so they take Jiraiya along with them. That's when Naruto learns the Rasengan. And then there's, I think, some pretty cool stuff they do with Orochimaru's lair, when they're trying to go save this like butterfly chick. I mean, I don't really care about them, but I thought the Orochimaru layer was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, what time is it actually? I gotta... Oh yeah, let's see. I only got like 10 minutes left. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I guess that wasn't really an arc per se. I don't really know. I'm just kind of, because I never really like knew the official names for the arcs. Like, I kind of know because the tuning exam arc. That's kind of like a given. But you see, there's like, after that would be, what is it? Yeah, after that was, I think they did some fillers in between there. They did like a kind of like a dummy filler, that was like the freaking ramen filler. Dude, I hated that one. I hated the like 2-episode ramen filler where the Ichiraku's like chef dude, his daughter gets capped or gets capped. Yeah, she gets basically kidnapped or whatever, and they have to make the best bowl of ramen or something. So the Naruto uses the Rasengan to stir the noodles. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna skip this. It's just them making ramen. Like, I don't really want to watch this. So I just kind of skipped that one. Then there was this one with Raiga. I should have skipped that, but no. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, it was pretty interesting to see another Kekkei Genkai, the dude on Raiga's back with the red eyes. I don't really know. I never really seen, or I think I saw it one more time in Shippuden, but that was kind of a weird Kekkei Genkai to introduce during a filler, but yeah. But let me see, after there was like another big, oh yeah, how could I forget, when they finally find Tsunade and she agrees to go with them, and then Naruto makes the whole deal with Tsunade to like, let me see, if he learns the Rasengan in like a week, then let me see, she'll give him the necklace that her grandfather gave her. So basically like the first Hokage's, his necklace. She was gonna give him that if he gets the Rasengan in like a week, and he does, because it's Naruto, bro. He's like, I'm never gonna give up. I'm like, oh shoot, I've never heard that before. Yeah, but oh yeah, and then he was I remember just seeing like this like tiny like little field of trees, and just him like spamming the Rasengan at the trees until he can finally break through the entire tree. That was pretty cool. Remember that part. Am I good? Oh, there I go. Yeah. That's pretty dope. So then that's when they go into like the big like Sannin battle, where all three of them, like Orochimaru, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, all like pull out their summons, and they have a big battle. And then Kabuto and Naruto go at it a little bit, and then Naruto, like for the first time, like implements his Rasengan, which is pretty interesting. And then look, Shizune is with him there. She kind of messes up Kabuto a little bit. She like she like messes up his nervous system, so like his body is doing some kind of weird stuff, like his brain, I don't know, she did some weird stuff. I don't know how to describe it, bro. But yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff. Tsunade is just about to get bodied. She's like, I'll never give up. I'm like, dude, just shut up and freaking sit on the ground and let Naruto do our Rasengan real quick. I mean, obviously Naruto can't beat Orochimaru right now, but he could do something. Obviously, yeah, Jiraiya's gonna have to do most of the work. Yeah, but after, let me see, they got a pretty cool battle there, and you get to see all their summons, because Orochimaru's got the giant snake summon. That was pretty dope to see, and like, you can see that like sometimes a summon will be like, they'll be like kind of unreasonable. Like the snake summon was like, yeah, you got to give me like a whole bunch of human lives in turn because you summoned me. Also, Orochimaru's arms, because he's trying to get Sasuke's body or something, because his arms are kind of bodied, because he switches bodies to keep himself.
The generator's damaged. I need to bypass it and power the antenna directly.
Oh yeah. I remember I saw that one meme where was it like this dude in like this weird like Scream outfit, or like this dude like a hood on, just chasing these kids around. And it said Orochimaru during the tuning exams, because he was hella whack in the tuning exams. I remember that. I think, okay, let's see, after that was definitely yeah, he did more training with Jiraiya, like with his seal. No, not, yeah, like they do some stuff with a seal, and then they let me see, and then they do some, and then he teaches him how to summon. He does the summon training, and that comes into play later, I'm pretty sure. Or no, I think he teaches him to summon before that, because in the tuning exams, he summons Gamakichi. Or he summons Gamakichi, or no, not Gamakichi, but Gamakichi's dad. You know, the giant toad with like the scar in his eye and the kind of like the mini katana looking thing. And yeah, I remember that. Okay, I got like 4 minutes left. Yeah, I definitely like the fight between like Gaara, like when Shukaku comes out and then Naruto summons him up. Oh yeah, because I think to actually get enough chakra to summon the big toad dude, he had to ask Ninetales for chakra, so that's kind of like the first time you get to see his like inner dimension, or like inside his seal or whatever, where the Ninetales is just chilling. That's like the first time you really get to see that, which is pretty cool. And then let me see, I'm gonna have to make this quick. There's really nothing big after that, except for kind of like the final arc. Or I guess there is some stuff. There's like, the final arc was like the Smith people who like make the chakra stuff. Like they made like some armor that absorbs chakra, like weapons that can absorb chakra. And they're trying to, I forgot what they were trying to do, but that was kind of an alright arc. And then, oh no, how could I forget? The Sasuke arc, dude. Man, I keep forgetting about like the best arc. Yeah, that's definitely, that arc was a 10 out of 10. Sasuke arc was 10 out of 10, because you got like some of like your favorite characters teaming up. You got Neji, you got Naruto, you got Choji, you got Shikamaru, brains of the operation. The Sound Ninja 4 are not really memorable. It's the fight that they had between our kind of like team that was sent after Sasuke was just so, it was just like, I will never really forget it, because they also had like that super cool battle between like each of their characters. Like they split off into groups and they just did their 1v1s, and there's so many cool battles in there. Like Choji did the one punch thing where he ate the giant pill thingy, and he like kind of went skinny, and then he did this like, he got like super strength, but he probably would have died. I mean, he should have died, but you know, it's Choji. They can't kill him off just yet. That stuff was pretty cool. And then they had like Shikamaru and the chick with like the flute. That was pretty cool. Why can't I freaking... Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then obviously Naruto had to face off against... Oh, dude! And then they had the 1v1 between Naruto and Sasuke. The most dope fight, definitely in the original series. But before that was Kimimaro, because Naruto had to do some stuff with Kimimaro, because he was he had to use some of the Ninetales chakra for that though. So they did the Kimimaro fight, and then Rock Lee comes in to save him, but he's drunk. I remember they explain the drunk fist fighting or whatever, which is pretty overpowered, and he's like dodging all Kimimaru's like bone thingy. Kimimaro is just I really wish they didn't kill him off so quickly. Why do I have to swing between... Okay. Apparently they're doing the tutorial again. Can I go to my other vantage point? Okay, I don't know why I had to do that, but okay. Yeah, and then they had like, oh, and then Gaara comes in to save Rock Lee because you know Rock Lee can't solo Kimimaro by himself. And then I think there was another battle. Oh yeah, Neji and the spider dude. That was pretty cool too. That one was kind of one of my favorite out of that because they had like you could see like the Byakugan and the gentle fist. He did like the rotation thingy, and that was really cool to see him using that in battle, just spamming it. And that was really cool. And then he found a way to like use his gentle fist to cut the webs. Oh, this dude doesn't turn around last minute. All right. Yeah, it's like all their fights were pretty cool, except for the Sound Ninja 4 will never really be remembered because you know it's Sound Ninja 4, like who really cares about them. But so after that, there's kind of like what was it? So after Kimimaro, so when Rock Lee comes by, be like, I got this. And then he's about to get bodied by Kimimaro, and then Gaara comes along, and I think that like when Rock Lee comes to help Naruto with Kimimaro, and then Naruto goes along with, because Sasuke comes out the basket thingy when he gets copped, he's in that little basket. They give him like this pill, and because they're trying to like fully awaken his curse mark so he can use it. And so when Sasuke wakes up, he just starts boot ganging for some reason. And yeah, that was pretty interesting. But you know, Naruto, the fight between him and Naruto was just like one of those just OG just you know anime battles, you know, like anime fights. Like this is what you come to the show to watch. It was just sheesh. You know, and then they had like Naruto pulling out the freaking Rasengan, and he had the first time he had the what is it called, the Nine Tails like cloak around him, like the One Tail cloak, and he pulls out the Rasengan on top of that. I remember he slaps Sasuke and he just goes flying, like and they're also on the water. They're using, you know, the chakra technique to stand on water, and that was pretty. And I like the scenery, like the final valley was a pretty cool like fight like area or whatever it's called. Yeah, but other than that, like I think later on some of the Sand Ninja will come by and help them out because they're about to get bodied. Like Tamari, Kankuro, and Gaara will help them out because they can't do it by themselves. Because I mean they're getting close, like they got really close. Don't get me wrong, but for what he had, I would have to say he did pretty well. Like if he wasn't big brain, he would have died instantly. Yeah. I'm gonna have to end the video pretty soon here though. Yeah, I pretty much covered all the big stuff in the original series, so pretty much set. Or I guess there was a little bit of, oh no, there's plenty of stuff I didn't cover. I'm tripping. There's like the thing between Itachi and Kisame when they come to the village, and you know Jiraiya, like Sasuke tries to fight Itachi for the first time, and you know how that goes. He just gets choked, just gets absolutely stomped on. Jiraiya puts him in the frog, and then Kisame just busts out. And then Itachi and Kakashi have a little fight there too. Yeah, just kind of like the big arcs right there. Pretty good. Like there was, for how long the original series was, there was a good amount of good arcs. Because like when you have a long series like this, you want to, like if the plot just starts getting bland, it's just, you know, you'll probably just stop watching anime, like, right? But Naruto original series, like they kept you, you know, on the edge of your seat. They wanted you to like grind it. Like when I grinded it, I probably did like 8 hours a day. Like me and Tyler were just watching it all day long. Oh yeah, here I gotta end the video here, but yeah, pretty much that's Naruto original series. I'd have to give let me see, I'll just go through the arcs real quick and give them a 10 out of 10. Give them out of 10 real quick. Like I'd have to say you know, I already said the bridge arc was like, I guess I did already do out of 10. So yeah, you know, the bridge arc, Zabuza arc was definitely like a 9 or like a 9 out of 10. And then the tuning exams, definitely like a 9 out of 10. maybe like, not definitely 10 out of 10. And then Sasuke arc, definitely 10 out of 10. Sheesh. Like, those are all, like, the arcs that are worth mentioning. But there's, you know, there's a few in there that are kind of not worth mentioning, but yeah, that's pretty much like like when you think back to the original series, like that's what you think of. Like that's what I remember the most from it. Even though I watched it pretty recently, but here, let me just stop right here. Alright, I'm gonna do Shippuden later today, but I don't know how long or how much stuff I can put in there in 30 minutes, but I guess I'm gonna sign out for today. Alright, see you later, my fellow weebs, weeb gang.